Hello. Button. Hello. Today we are streaming Bad End Theater, which I wanted to stream a while ago, but I kept not doing it. And what was I saying? Volume. Oh my god, loud. It's not even that loud. I don't know why I get distracted so easily. Right. Weeks ago, I started watching Markiplier's video playing this, and then like 15 minutes into the video, I stopped it because I was like, I kind of want to stream this myself. So that's what we're doing right now. Yay! Why is it loud? Stop. Oh wait, is there? Oh, there might have been like options. I saw arrows. Can I look at options? Menu? Wait. What? Oh, there. Alright, we're gonna... Let's see. I don't like that there's no number. Demons, unabashedly selfish creatures who what? Alright. Oh, is that just related? That's just the text speed. Okay, I see. I'm gonna put the text speed a little faster. Okay. Ew. Disgusting. What?
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh, no, never mind.
Self-voicing disabled.
Terrible. What's this? I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, that's... okay. No. How do I leave settings? It's return. Alright. My bad. Okay. Welcome. Oh, Jesus. Let me make sure my stream's going, actually. I always forget to, like, open my stream on my phone just to make sure it's working. Alright. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. I am the demon. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Violence. You killed the human doll in cold blood. How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending. But don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Attack. We both died. You both attack each other at once and achieve the worst possible outcome. What an excellent bad ending, made possible by your decisions. You'll do well in this theater. Now, I have something in my teeth. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to whatever you chose during your last playthrough. But now you could turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now, try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Alright. Okay, so what? Actually, wait. Wait, okay, let's do... Yeah. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you. Wow. Terribly unfortunate. End tutorial. Yippee, I'm gonna drink some water. I have something in my teeth. And that's not nice. I ate pork. Do you understand how to play? I hope so. Probably. This game saves your product. This all. Yep. Okay. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Wow! I got achievement. Why did I? Oh, it's at the top. Usually they're at the bottom. I don't know what that said. I was looking at the bottom. I don't know what it said. Doesn't really matter. All right. Who do I want to do first? I'm gonna do Maiden first. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. There's no capitalization, and that kind of pisses me off. You think about oh my god. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. I'm impatient to get captured. Kidnap me. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, you know, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. But I'm gonna die if... Okay, whatever. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting. A lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid. You think, why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. I got a bad ending! Consumed maiden! I like that the achievements are at the top, actually, because usually the achievements are blocked out by my PNG tuber. So, it's kind of nice that they're at the top. Reset the stage. Alright, I'm gonna do the underling. You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're going to... Why can I not breathe? You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob, and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. I'm gonna die if You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say I don't know what that word is. Whatever. Would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. Wow! She greets you and says she has a favorite axe. You consider her options. Okay, so I'm not gonna eat her. You're in a good mood and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line from what you gather is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks you where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, "That was just a joke, of course." She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Okay, so I'm gonna die if I do that. Do I want to do that? Let's do that, sure. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Who does this guy think he is, coming in here killing everyone like a maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling... What? Who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. Demonic. The hero struggles. You feel a sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Okay. Reset the stage. So I'm gonna be the maiden again. Actually, should I be the... Wait. Maybe I should be the hero. I got 2 out of 41 endings. Why did I say 44? I might be the maiden again and then be the hero. You are a maiden. You live peaceful in the village, blah blah blah. Yep. I already read all that. Okay. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to really be listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. Kidnap me. Mommy? I don't know. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them, but to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plan to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would add to humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. Imagine being like, oh, the demons are gonna kidnap me, and then I'm gonna be in tortured or something. Something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna get kidnapped and something bad's gonna happen. And imagine, like, being impatient for that to happen. It's like, well, it's taking a bit too long to happen, so I'm gonna look for the demon. Be like, kidnap me, mommy? I don't know. Are they lesbian? I think they're... Okay. And something awful would happen, then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude. You just got here. Refuse. I'm staying with you. And we can be lesbian. Or something. I don't know. My joke. Also, my face is dry. I'm actually... We're gonna take a break to moisturize. It's cause it's cold now, so like the heater is on and my face is incredibly dry and it's bothering me. Give me a second. Okay. Alright. That's better, I think. Alright. You put your foot down and tell her you're not going anywhere. You still want to fulfill your destiny, even if you have to make it happen on your own. Crazy. She's a little frustrated at your stubbornness, but doesn't kick you out or anything. Hooray! The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. They look gay. You always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlords could say some... What? Could say... What? Okay, sorry. You always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems like the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their... Oh, fuck. Can I go back? How do I go back? Okay. You may be different, but they're really just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. See, gay. Lesbians. They're queer, I ship it. And then this guy just comes and kills everybody like an asshole. Fuck you. But I could probably change that. I'll be the hero next. But then a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero out the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. You watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. Yeah, well, he killed all of her demons, so I don't blame her. No! Don't be fucking dumbass. What? It's clear now that you've been deceived by your sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. Are you stupid? You somehow managed to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. I think she's stupid. Escape Maiden and A. Alright. Okay, we're gonna be the... Wait, I haven't been the Overlord yet either. Do I want to be the hero next, or... I'm gonna be the hero next. Actually, maybe I should have been... Okay, doesn't matter. Whatever. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped, and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts the village oh my god. Who even puts the village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Bravely flee like a coward. Okay, so I think if I do that, that's its own ending. I'm gonna do that first, just so that I can get the ending, I think. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. Oh, never mind. It's not an ending. Wait, is it? You'll take your chance. Yeah, okay, never mind. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Okay, You go to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. I want to know what happens if I do that one. I want these guys to... Okay, I'm gonna do that and then be the hero again and then do this one. You lunge forward, driving your blade... Oh my god. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been flayed. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it after a slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. Okay, maybe I want to be the maiden again just to see that from the... And then be the... Okay, be the maiden. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Alright, triumphant hero end. Reset the stage. Alright, I'm gonna be the maiden again, so we can see what her perspective on that is. And then be the hero again and then try to... I still haven't been the Overlord yet. Okay, we're gonna be the maiden again. Yep. Okay, wait, can I skip through it at all? Or how do I... Introduce yourself. Skip. Refuse to leave. Skip. Okay. Wait. What's it? Yep. As you think that, a hero enters the room. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna protect her, see what happens. You selflessly, what? Oh my god. Selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny. My throat is, like, I keep drinking water, but my throat has, like, a bubble in it. It's funny. You think, you never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Well, she probably still died. Sacrificial maiden end. Okay, now I want to see what that happened. I want to see what that looks like from the hero's perspective, so now I've got to go back to be the hero. Okay, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna skip. Do that. I don't want to kill them yet. Skip. Yep. Skip. Destroy the Overlord. But your blade pierces the maiden instead. She sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Okay, so she still dies this way. So you did nothing, really, maiden. That wasn't helpful. You just both died. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look to the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demon magic. You pick up the Overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and you begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the Overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Loyal hero end. Alright. Also, I should also be using this to change some things, but it's slightly confusing to me. Okay, so yeah, I could change things this way without actually having to do certain things. But I'm also confused by it. I don't know why I find it confusing. It shouldn't be confusing. But I get confused very easily. We should know this. And blah 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 blah. I should probably do the obey her one sometime, just to get the ending or whatever. I don't know. Okay, do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you, saying that it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle, and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demon. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. Complacent maiden ending. Alright. Okay, so okay, so if I do that, I could just turn that off and then do the maiden again. I haven't done any of... I keep doing the same things. Because I wanna, like, get... What were they saying? Oh my god. Refuse to leave. Actually, maybe I should have done obey her. Wait. Just to see what ending happens with that. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? Oh my god. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He acts if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve. You're very upset that the so-called hero would treat you this way, and you leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was worried about you. They surround you with thousands of questions, and you tell them your story. You explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here. You notice a look of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. How fucking you bitch? The crowd is growing unruly. Uh-oh. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero? They ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things? They never care. They've never cared to know. You wonder how you missed that before. Oh god. Well, you are seized by the crowd, and voices from all sides are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. Damn, girl. You don't want to die. You wonder would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Well, that was unfortunate. Executed maiden end. Damn. Alright. Terribly unfortunate. Okay, goes home on the... Oh, nope. Okay. So we're doing this again. Skip. Introduce. Skip. Refuse to leave. Skip. As you think that, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first, until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway back to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Terribly unfortunate. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero could even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. What notifications am I getting? Okay, that's just Instagram. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull off this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize that you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Traumatic, Jesus. Okay, selfless maiden, ending B. Alright. Reset the stage. So what was I gonna do next? I forgot. Oh, I kind of want to see what happens if you call out to the hero in that, first thing. Okay. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you're thinking maybe you could yep, is that the same thing? Yeah. Okay, so this is all the same thing, I think. Refuse to leave. Okay. So I want to know what happens if I be the hero for that. I'm still not gonna do that stuff yet. Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She misses her girlfriend already, and her girlfriend's about to die! She suddenly stops in her tracks, and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved that you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panic sets in, and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle's gate. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero ending NB. I am struggling to speak because I think it might be because I drank milk earlier. My throat feels clogged. Alright, I still haven't been to Overlord yet, so we're gonna do that. Oh my god. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero whose whole purpose in life is to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hope they'll... I am struggling. In hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing, if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into believing the into being the evil Overlord they expect. Get your bot ass out of my chat, you fucking... Oh, fuck. Alright. How do I ban you? Ban. Alright. Oh, so I got messages on Discord. I just want to check that real quick. Because I can. Alright. I'm gonna respond to that later. Anyways. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place and guard the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Okay, I'm gonna let them have the day off. You tell them to take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's the maiden from the nearby village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans of capturing any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stays and talks to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You're glad she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as to not agitate them and get heroes sent after you. That explains why the people in my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here, and the people in her village are a little exhausting sometimes, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or you can't tell if she's into you or not. Lesbians, gay, what? Gay. I can say words. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's the hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. Wait, what? Oh, the heart? Is that what you're confused you have? I'm confused by the sentence. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Ooh, okay, there's this. So that was the So, maybe I should do this first, just to see what happens. And then do the possessive one and see how that goes. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust that. Trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed in flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being... Word. They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. Honestly, they kind of are ungrateful. She seems like a nice overlord. Why would you guys do this? Stupid. You choke. She's not even like, I mean, she said in the first story or whatever, she's like, oh yeah, you can't have a break. But she's not like crazy. Like, that's not it's not even anything. You're not even doing manual labor or anything. You're just sitting there. You're fine. You choke on the thick black smokes from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Burned Overlord end. Okay. And then we're going to do this again. Skip. Yep. Skip. Skip. Alright. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero that you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you that she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice! Oh god. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She is frightened. You don't understand why. Girl, didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden, and she backs herself in a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Selfish Overlord end. Okay. Okay, I need to be the underling again. Skip. She's surprisingly cool with it? Nice. You set- can I- okay, I can't sit. You set out on your adventure outside the castle. The change of atmosphere fear excites. Okay, yeah, I can skip that. And then she seems frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Okay, I'm not gonna eat her. When the maiden realizes you're actually, what happens if you eat her while you're being the wait? Actually, I kind of want to go back. What happens if I do that? Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. The other humans would surely praise you with what? Praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only. Oh my god. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak. His bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams grow louder. Applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift... Oh. So no head? Sorry. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling, after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Performer underling end. Alright, I'm gonna do that again and see what happens if I say change mind and leave. Alright. Skip. Skip. Oh, yeah, gobble up. Change your mind and leave. You figure if the people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you commit. I don't think they would have at all. I don't think anyone would, really. Oh, so they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling, after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle, thinking you'll take a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. How rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, so this kills me. We're gonna do that. First, your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. That's a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell. They slit your throat in response. Faithful underling end. Okay. And then we beat the underling again. I don't think I really need to eat her to do that. I could just... We're gonna stop that. Oh, can I not skip? Whoops. Wait, if demon... What? Hold on. Go back. When the maiden realizes you're not gonna hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you. Because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? Damn. The maiden is going on and on about some destination. Okay, now I can skip. Alright. Yep, friends wake you up, how rude. Alright, kill the Overlord. You tell them that you were just joking, and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of what? How does it? I think it's faux. I don't remember. Confidence. You worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle and talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. Set things on fire. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of... Are they even your friends? I don't really think they are. They killed you for not wanting to betray the... Bruh. That doesn't seem like friendship. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs. Useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. They'd probably be casualties. Oh my god. They'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. And while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak up to the Overlord's room. You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure what... Oh, right, I left it at that. I should have probably changed that. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is a good chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord. Heroic underling ending. Okay. I'm gonna do that again and turn off possessive. Skip. 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 Oh. Okay. So wait, where is this? Yep, your friend. Yeah, okay. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have heard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure. She found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. They blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea, and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they'd tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have any choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans, and the room bursts into flames. Hi! Okay, so it's basically it's like getting multiple. How do I explain this? I could probably just continue playing to show you, but it's basically you change different behaviors about 4 different characters to get various endings, which are all terrible and sad. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm enjoying it so far. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling end. Alright. So, basically I can choose out of these 4 characters to be, and I could also like change the different behaviors and change their choices, and it'll affect the ending for whichever one I choose, basically. Okay, so I wanna... What should I do now? I'm trying to think. If I... Yeah, I basically, a couple weeks ago, I started watching Markiplier play it, and then, like, I turned off the video about 15 minutes in, because I was like, this seems pretty interesting, I kind of want to stream it myself. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I'm gonna do the Overlord, see what happens. Okay, so I already did, grant them the day off, you tell them. So if I... So that's... If I... Okay, so if I do that, the... What happened? Okay, I'm gonna do that. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell her that you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are all evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She is frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart what the heck? Tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Okay. Betrayed Overlord and Alright, so... And then... I did a lot of stuff. I'm trying to figure out what I haven't done already. To, like, get a new dialogue. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. And then if I let them go, you're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was the first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead... What? You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those who you thought you can trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Oh, okay, so I could choose this now. I'm gonna see what happens if I do that. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Overlord's true end. Oh. Okay. I've got a true end. Before you're taken back to reset the story, Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself? What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? The game's called Bad End Theater. I wouldn't expect anything different. You must have forgotten where you were. Yeah. This is Bad End Theater. No, I didn't forget. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware that of what you've been shown when you entered this place. It's all a problem I've seen quite often. It's a problem I've seen quite often. Why did I say all? Oh my god. Reading words that aren't there. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. I wanted the maiden and the overlord to be lesbian, and that's basically it. I don't care about anything. I don't care about the hero or the underling. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater. Who are you? Who even are you? My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guests. Alright, reset stage. I got 18 out of 41 endings. What are these? Or is this like if I get all the endings for each character or something, maybe? Do I have to get like more endings for the Overlord or something like that? That might be it. Anyways, I'm gonna... what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna be the hero and see what happens if you be the hero in, like, not doing that yet. Ask if they let you in. Ask for blah blah blah. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you've just heard. The demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the... oh my god. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons only really care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is engulfed in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. What the fuck? Upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses. But the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Hero's true end. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair, or... No, I'm fine, actually. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the true ending for all of them, I guess. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You'll all burn together. Terribly unfortunate. Okay, and now we do it for the maiden. And then we try to, and then after, I don't think this matters. And then after we do that, we can try to get all the other endings, I guess. Oh, what? Sorry, go back. Near the castle entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? Real. I think it's because people with like bigger audiences obviously get recommendations from fans and stuff. So someone who does know this game will be like, hey, have you played this? That's also one of the reasons I want to get a bigger audience, because sometimes I don't know whether I should play something or not, because I have no like reference of whether it's good. But I also don't want to watch it beforehand, because then I'll be spoiling it before streaming, so it would be nice to have, like, fans recommend games for me to play. The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed... Yeah, there's a couple things I've played on my channel, even though I've played it before, because I just really like the game and I wanted to have it on my channel. But I definitely want to, like, start playing more games without having seen it before, because it makes for more interesting content, and it, you know, I can have more commentary, because it's like a surprise, I guess. The Overlord seems to have followed your The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised that they were part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demon comes in right after them, saying... Oh my god, words. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You're relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. And thinking that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you had left as soon as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive... The last episode the last video I did, I basically killed myself a bunch of times intentionally to get the, dagger scene, basically. So valid, Overlord X Maiden, absolutely. And I haven't streamed it last Saturday because last Saturday was my brother's birthday, so I didn't stream that day. Okay. You think no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray, you don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved. Does it oh my god, why am I so bad at reading? You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Yes, because this is the true ending, apparently. It can't end like this. Keep collecting bad endings for now. I don't want to do... Wait, what happens if I click this? I want to keep doing endings, but I also want to know what happens if I click this. Do I want to... I don't know. If I do this, will it let me go back? I'm going to click that. You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hand. Why did this only just show up? That's a little late. Maybe it's time to take things in your own hands. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, God. What? Who? What? Oh, they... on fire? Alright. What am I doing? You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. Okay. My incredible... I'm self-inserting myself. It's like a self-insert fanfic. Just like, we're at a... Self-insert fanfic where I have incredible overpowered abilities to just warp them. That's so funny. You didn't know you could do that. But what's going on here? No, I can't take this seriously. I love this game, but oh my god. You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? This is so funny. I'm sorry. Hi guys! You smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered. You must be... her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, you'd be the final boss. They'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. What's happening? Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How... I don't know what that word is. Oh, it's the guy. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way into this story, did you? I am the oh my god, I can't speak. I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, what is happening? I feel like I cannot read clearly at all. You are alone in the darkness with me, tragedy. I sincerely hope that you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. I'm sorry. This is... I cannot take this scene seriously still. It's like... it's supposed to be dramatic, but I'm still amused by it. I'm drinking water. Give me a second. Alright. You think defeating me might just be... oh my god. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. That's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this doesn't sound like it could be why can I not read? Yeah! Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God! What's happening? The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Defend. You try closing off your heart, my heart, to protect... oh, Jesus. Coughing. To protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Behold my beautiful tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed 21 of my painstaking... I could have done... okay, that's like half of the endings. I needed like 20 more endings to get all of them. Of my painstakingly crafted endings, your heart does indeed ache for these characters. Not really that badly. I mean, listen, I would like for the Overlord and the Maiden to have a happy ending to some degree. Or maybe at least kiss before they die. But other than that, I didn't actually care that much. How could you want to put an end to all of this? Do you really care for them that much? No! They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. I have... Oh, there's HP. Alright, summon? I can summon? Call for your... What? Alright. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table? Exactly! That's exactly it. Doomed Yuri. Yes. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain it in a way that the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you... Oh my god. I'm choking on nothing. I don't know why I keep doing that. Would you like some... Oh my god. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He is overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for this hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I can make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I could do. Tell me what I can do to... Tell me what I can... Oh my god. Why? Jesus, I can't read. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. Yay! We're making good endings now, apparently. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss without him. You're the one who's been killing us, murderer! I can't really call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Does he die? What happened? Oh. What? Oh, I didn't actually read what the other thing said. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay. I want to summon the maiden. My girl! You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are, in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. Absolute psychopath. Do you think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring that hope would bring about? She is the catalyst of this story, after all. My role as the maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by her question. Perhaps it was simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. Perhaps it was as simple as... What? Oh my god. Whatever. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. Yippee! Oh, she's so cute! What is this horrible creature? What? Oh, what is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I mean, you are just killing people. I remember now. I remember all of the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Alright, kindness. What are you're gonna kill him with kindness? Kill him with kindness. The maiden tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. So naive, I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. My god. Okay, that did nothing. We summon... I might as well just do it in order. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling that you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for this underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Yippee! Wait, what the fuck? I love that the underling's the only one that swore, I think. This is like the second time. It's very funny to me. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle. I don't know why I love this dialogue so they're so funny. The underling, You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with terrible fate. Alright. What is tenacity? I don't know what this word means. Tenacity? Knock me down, I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay, wait, what if I do this? Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Alright, so that... Oh, okay. And now we summon the maiden. I mean, what? I already did the maiden. The overlord, I meant to say. Why can I not speak the words that I would like to be speaking? Anyways, you enter the overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think that I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There is a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. Lesbianism. The true end for the overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. Yippee! I see, so this is tragedy. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. Ha ha. Oh god, what was that laugh? Ha ha ha. Whatever. I hope you're prepared to face your death. Why is the word? Wait, death. Huh? Why can I not? Deaths. Why did that? I can't. How do you say that? Deaths. Whatever. It's not. It doesn't matter. What? I don't care. As well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Why can't? What? Oh my god. Now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Oh, I gotta okay, brutality. Let's see what that does. The Overlord tries to fight tragedy with sheer brutality. Oh, has violence really been working out for you so far? I'll show you my own brutality. Dead. Alright, ambition. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim towards your best possible futures. With the power of friendship, as seen. You unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. The power of friendship. We've done it. Ha! You've done it. You managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. Thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry. I'll be making my exits through the power of lesbians. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it, I wonder? Sure. I'm satisfied. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. Yippee! I got the true end. Hell yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Wait, how much is... Okay. Can I... Oh, there's music. Hell yeah. Oh, look at the lesbians! They're together. I love them. How long have I been streaming? I might try to get a few other endings if I can still do. Made with renpai. I have renpai because I want to make something. Your true end. Is it renpai or renpi? I don't know. It's renpai. I don't fucking know. Anyways, exit the theater. Okay, so I probably can still go. What is? Okay, that's settings. Music in it. I downloaded renpai because I have a very dumb visual novel idea that I haven't done much with the idea yet. I've wrote some of the story outline, but the reason that I say that it's a dumb idea is because I had the idea to make a Sonic the Hedgehog dating simulator because It sounds... I really want to... It sounds fun. And I had this idea 2 years ago, and I still want to do it because it would be such a funny thing to make, I think. But yeah. I still need to, like, write more of the story and stuff, because it's really kind of hard to write choice-based stories, because it's very confusing to write a choice-based story where things happen differently. Hell yeah. Do it. If you make a game, I would totally play it on stream. I would love to play, oh my god, words are so hard. I would love to play games made by followers as long as I don't get a virus. Jesus. Alright, oh, so you weren't done with my bad endings, now you're back for more. You'll have to cancel out your true ending if you want to go back to the way things were before Final Battle. Shall we begin the resetting process? Do I want to... How much does it reset? Sure. If you missed out on seeing all 41, you can keep your progress and reset. Yeah, I want to keep my progress. I don't know if I actually... I want to try to get all the endings, but I also don't know if I actually want to do that right now. I'm trying to decide. I need to, like, basically do all the choice. Bro, I am so bad at speaking. I don't know what it is with me. It's terribly unfortunate. How do I get a different end? What have I not done? I'm trying to remember what I haven't done. I think if I... Wait. What a... Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna do... Heroic. And then... See what happens. You awake to a huge commotion outside. The hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? Hell yeah. Also, I am totally get you on the procrastination thing. As I said, I had the Sonic dating simulator idea 2 years ago. Actually, well, would that be 2 years or 3? It was, yeah, I had it, wait. 2023. Yeah, I had that idea in 2023. So, I also have another game idea that would be more of a serious game with my own original characters. However, that one would be like a 3D game and not like visual novel style. So it would be a lot more complicated for me to make, and I don't actually know how to do that. I have... Hell yeah, you should definitely do... That sounds awesome, honestly. I have no sprites made. I have... For my thing, I have basically, only a little bit of the beginning storyline idea put together, and I have, yeah, I don't actually have much of it. I don't have much of anything, really. I really need to get to work on it, but I have ADHD, so... Anyways, you rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You crush him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With a decisive swing, he stabs you and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you never were that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you were swallowed by darkness. That sounds awesome. I'd love to see it. Conquered Overlord End. Reset the stage. Alright. What else do I have to do? Okay. So... Wait, if I do... I don't think I ever done the... Wait. Okay, yeah, do that. And then... be the Overlord again. Wait, have I... I'm trying to remember what I did. I think maybe I have already done this. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that was just the same thing. Alright, Wait. Wait, if I do... Wait. Help. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I don't remember what to do to get a different ending. Yeah, that's, again, the same thing. Okay, that's not helpful. Oh wait, because I have it as obedient. That's what I... That's what's... Alright. Because then she leaves if you... No, never mind, that's the same thing! Slaughters the demons, tries to kill the Overlord. What am I doing? What's happening? Oh! It's because he's hungry! So then he eats the... This is fucking stupid. Stupid bullshit. Grant them day off. Tell her she better go home. Okay, what if I... Wait. You love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put your mean faith and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just acting for trouble, you think? Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. I don't know if I'm gonna try to get all the endings in this stream or not. That depends. Like, maybe... I don't know. Maybe end stream when I hit, like, the 2-hour mark or something. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as to not agitate them and get heroes sent after you. Can I... Okay, wait, let me skip. You notice the sounds of battles have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her that it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero burst into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there, unsure of himself. He is covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants bodies in pieces and strewn all about the castle has really taken it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The maiden shouts something behind you, and you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest, and she falls to the floor lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans have not yet been fated. You go on to destroy them all! Oh, that's the new... Okay. And become the ruler of the entire world! Vengeful Overlord A. Ending... Okay. Now I want to do that one from the hero's perspective, I think. Doomed Yuri. Okay, so if I skip, and then I need to do that. You make a quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Cut through the demon army. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. They are all evil demons anyway. This world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another, on your way to the Overlord's chambers. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected, but for some reason you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Alright, I'm gonna do that. You lunge forward and put an end to the evil Overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is like, okay. How do I get that? Wait. How do I get it that she kills him in that way? Alright, I'm gonna just do this again and make the maiden not save her. See what happens. Doesn't matter. You feel a sudden sharp pain through your back. You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Ah, that was careless of you. This is how you die, stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You're supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right, humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they're capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hand, leading her through the sea of corpses he'd left in his wake. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Alright. Slain Overlord end. How many endings did I get? 24! Alright, so... what did I do wrong here? Because if this... wait. Because doing this resulted in her killing him, but then why does doing it from his perspective result in... how do I do this? What's happening? Bravely fought it. Oh wait, wait, I don't know. Oh wait, no, I got an idea. Hold on, go back. I think I know what I did wrong. Maybe? I don't know. Where am I? What's happening? Okay, skip. Flee like a coward. Skip. Then I cut through the demon army. You gather your courage as done, blah, blah, yep. Destroy the Overlord. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil Overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. You take a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Yep, you're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You What am I doing differently? Because I want it to get that he dies from his perspective. So how do I do that? What? Slaughters all the demons, tries to kill the Overlord. What? I'm confused. Okay, let me try to do another... What have I not done? I want to get all the endings. What do I need to do differently that I haven't done yet? Wait, I got an idea. Wait, can I get out? No? Alright, I have an idea. Oh, wait. Okay, I have... No, never mind. That I don't... Do I have an idea? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, if I obey her, I just get burned at the stake. That's what happened, right? Is there any way to make that happen differently? I don't know. He's covered in demon blood. Oh, okay. Wait, I think I know how to make that happen differently. Maybe? Okay, so if I don't turn that off and then do maiden, skip, skip, obey her. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing. You don't know the Overlord. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is right there? Oh wait, never mind. Wait! You're very upset that- How do I get him to- How do I get her to not burn at the stake? Is there a way for me to get a different ending? I'm trying to figure this out. I want more endings, but I don't know how to more endings. Is there anything that I can... Okay, wait. Maybe I should be the hero now. Flee like a coward. There you go. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back toward the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is right there? It's dangerous. Yeah. You ask, it's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out that demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Believe her story, she can't be trusted. Okay. Wait, what? Do I die in this end? What happened if I just... Okay, let's see what this is. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught your whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that you would think she would lie to you. She storms off before you could say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself. You take your time walking home. Job well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice that the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. Nope, she went, oh guys, demons are actually good, and they were like, no, you've been brainwashed. No. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day and return to your house, but you can't escape this sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Okay, so Spectator, Hero, and A. Reset the stage. Okay, now I be the hero again. And then flee like coward. Yep, believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you, even though her story is kind of hard to believe. You feel like you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. Does she still get burned at the stake? She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden story. You totally believe her, but to I don't know what that word is. These fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately, and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kinda intense for some reason. Did you miss something? Do they still burn her at the stake is what I'm asking. You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. Oh god. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friend down already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden towards the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. Girl! What happened? The maiden, she was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You'll avenge her death. You charge through the gates and eliminate every demon you see. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low in health when everything glows black, and your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero ending. Damn. Alright. Okay, now we're gonna be the maiden again. Because now he believes us. Skip. Skip. Obey her. Skip. He is surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seem confused and look to the hero for an explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that this isn't really a story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord, and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours. Misogyny! But you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because of course, if you were conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to do this one first. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stands just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you, and you overheard them. The underling you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. And this is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. Slaughtered maiden and... reset the stage. Okay. And then we do maiden again. Skip. 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 Okay, grab hero and run. You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in the village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her, but the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? Okay, it's this again. The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle. Is this all the same stuff? She digs and twists her claws into the poured things while you continue to pray. But there's no saving of any of you now. The Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Devout Maiden End. Okay. Do that as the hero. The maiden announces that she's going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits. When you make it to the castle, you spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance and can't help but overhear the conversation. Yep, it's all this again. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in a prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underlings, are consumed by flames. Resigned heroine. Okay. Yep. Okay. That's not... Wait, what is this? Oh, it tells me all the ending. Do you have a favorite ending, or is it still too early to decide? I don't know. Okay, so... Oh, wait! Oh, this is kind of helpful, maybe? Wait. If I could figure out what it means. I'm not very smart, actually. Okay, so... What? The hero is let into the castle without issue. Diplomatic. Oh! Okay, wait, I think I need to make the underling. If I do that... Wait. Go back. Okay. So that's... Here we begin the story. Hero flees from demons. Hero is let into the castle without issue. Okay. I think I get that. So this should be right. Skip. Wait, did I have to? Yeah, I have to flee. Skip. Act if they'll let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chamber. That was easy. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever. At least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Useless hero end. Damn. Alright. Okay. Let's see. What else do I get? I'm gonna try to do all the hero endings first. Useless hero. The hero's adventure was pointless. Wait. Okay, so there's this one next. Wait. Huh? Alright. What's this one? Overlord behavior possessive. So I gotta turn off. Hero reaches the Overlord's room. Everything is fine. Overlord. Okay. So I gotta go. I gotta turn off hungry. Possessive. Be hero. Wait. No, fuck. I did it wrong. Go back. Go back. Whatever. Just skip through that. I think I need to turn off... Wait, what's rhythm? Turn off obedient. And then do that. Wait, which one do I do? I gotta do this one. But the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Maybe I could get all the endings, I think. Okay. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all... Jesus. You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero end. Reset the stage. Okay. I only have 10 more to get? Yo! Let's go. I need 2 more for the hero. Alright, so... this one is... hero slaughters his way to the castle. Underling behavior hungry. Alright, so I gotta go. Hero begins the story. Slays the demons. Slaughters way. Hungry. Alright. Ah! No! Hungry. Let's go. Let's go, hero. Skip. Slaughter. Skip. Do that. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all our soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. The maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can only see one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world. But what does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. Reset the stage. Okay, and then there's one more ending for the hero, so that's this one, and that's, so it's, yep, slaves. Hero finds maiden, the Overlord is upset. Wait, what? The Overlord is upset. So I have to not be, wait, okay. He apologizes for what he's done. Okay, so that means no hungry. Should I do polite? Wait, does it matter? I think I need to turn possessive off. I think this should be it, maybe? Accent. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door, to see her army in lifeless bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. Oh, this is what I was supposed to do, I think, when I was trying to get him killed. I think. This is your chance, hero. Wait, are these... Okay, let me do this one. You lunge forward and drive your blade... Okay, so that one just kills her. It's maiden... Yep. Skip. Alright, reset the stage. So, do that again. Skip. 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 You hope that she'll let this... Oh my god. You hope that she'll let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is unconsolable. She tears you apart, and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Tragic hero end. I got all his end. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 1. What, how, what's lost letter 1? What, this? Oh. My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? It's for them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day that you find me once more, and then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Well, that's new lore. Who's your love? Who died? Okay, let's see. How do we get more maiden ends? So, maiden begins her story. Underling hungry. Oh, I already have this. Why did I go there as if... Okay. What do I not have? What is this? Do I need to unlock a new behavior for that one, I think? Wait. How many endings do I need? Wait, what's... Okay, hold on. How many endings for the maiden do I need? Okay, I need 2 more for the maiden. Damn. Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, oh. I tried to mix the words yuri and yaoi together, and I don't... What the... Never mind. That was a terrible thing to attempt to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. So this one, I need to get a new underling behavior for before I can do that. But I'm gonna try to get... Wait. Huh? Oh, I think I need a new Wait. I think I need to unlock new behaviors before I can finish any of the maiden stuff. So I need to do a different one. What am I... I'm severely confused. Yurawi? Yeah. That makes much sense. Okay, so that's the true one. What? I'm confused. What do I do? What's happening? Everything you've done has only hurt them more. What the fuck? I'm trying to figure out what to do. Okay, so... Does this lead to an ending, or do I have to do something else before this works? Oh, okay. Wait. What? Okay, so it's Maiden. Start story. Meets Overlord. Overlord behavior antisocial. Maiden stays with the Overlord. Hero behavior diplomatic. Overlord behavior possessive. Underling behavior okay, Overlord... So if I turn that off... Wait. Okay, so... He needs to be diplomatic, and she needs to be possessive. So, possessive, antisocial, diplomatic, and then... Do I turn off disloyal? I think I turn off disloyal for that to work. And then we do that. I think that should do it, maybe? Real. Yep. Oh, okay, refuse to leave. But the... Oh, it's on auto. Whoops. Real, for real. It's terribly unfortunate. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears him into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch, because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. It's fine, girl. Just make out and shit. It's fine. You're fine. Reset the stage. Exactly. Okay, so I think I need to do something else with the, with, fuck is his name? Their name? Wait, what? Underling, right, with the I just realized none of these characters have names. They're just named by the roles. Okay, so, maybe if I do this. Right? Wait. What? Why is this so confusing? My brain, it cannot handle. Alright. So, behavior dutiful? Does that do it? I'm confused. Alright, so starting here, underling begins story. Behavior tyrant. I don't think it really matters. It leads here anyway. I'm gonna go with okay, we're gonna go behavior tyrant. Disloyal. Wait. Devours the hunger. What? Huh? What is happening? Oh my god. Jeremy. Yes. I'm gonna name the maiden Lilac or something. Cause that seems like a cute name and she's very cute. I have no ideas for these two though. Yippee! Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to get here. I'm a little bit confused. Okay, if I do this, behavior tyrant, disloyal, devours the maid. How does this? What? Okay, disloyal, hungry. Return to the castle. Dutiful. Okay, let's try that. So, dutiful. Tyrant. Turn that off. Okay. So if I do that, let's overthrow her. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination things when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere— okay, I can skip this. I saw this already. Gobble her up. Yep. Why am I here? What? Okay, change mine and leave. Return to castle. Okay, so I did this last time. That's what happened. Okay, so I need to do this one. Ronald. Ronald McDonald. Alright. Ugh. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad to not be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle. Until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling end. Valid. Okay, reset the stage. Let's see. So, Huh? What am I doing? Alright, so... Okay, so if I do... Underling begins their story. Underling granted day off. Does it... This doesn't matter at all. Brings maiden to castle. Gets involved to destroy thing. Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. Resolute. Merciful. Oh no, that's the... Wait, I'm going the wrong direction. Trusting. And then something happens here. I think that's... Wait. What's... Okay, so I need to do... Okay, what... Oh my god. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, and resolute. Alright. No, resolute doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. What? Wait. I'm confusing myself. Trusting. Obedient. That should do it, I think. I have to not eat her, I think. Alright. No, this am I doing this right? I don't remember. Okay. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Use the maiden for killing practice. Toss her in the dungeon. Ooh, okay. Let's do toss her in the dungeon first. You and your friend seize the maiden and bring her... Actually, I probably should have done the kill her first so that I could do the... Doesn't matter. Whatever. You and your friend seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty, save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived at the front gates. He asks about a maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think. Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, prepare to face justice, and other such cliché hero lines, before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What? Dumb. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding place. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they'll one day betray you, as you had betrayed your overlord. Lord, Underling, and A. Alright. Now I'm gonna do that again and kill her, I guess, when she shows up. I gotta do that. Use the maiden for killing practice. This is just the way it has to be, you declare, before jumping her and clawing her guts out. It turns out you're already an expert at ending lives. Your friends call you a show-off. You go back into the castle to wash off the icky human blood. As you're finishing up, you hear the sounds of battle outside. A hero has come. Seeing the dead maiden must have made him pretty angry. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. Okay, that's the same. Alright. Alright, okay, so let's see. Underling confirms the plan to kill Overlord. What is it? Wait. Okay, what's this one? How do I do this one? Okay, so if I... Behavior Tyrant. Underling gets involved to Disloyal. Underling devours maiden. Returns to castle. So he gotta not be dutiful, I think. And then... So if I turn off... What? Why? Okay, so... Turn off everything for him. And then... Tyrant. Okay, let's do that. Overthrow her. Wait. Do I have to eat her or do I not eat her? Wait. I'm gonna eat her and see. They're very eager to talk to you about the whole kill the Overlord plan. You admit you hadn't given it much thought and only just now remembered it was a thing. Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, kill the Overlord. Okay, you sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual. This is almost too easily. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Okay, time to die. You figure the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you do just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room and find your friends waiting outside. They look pleased, but only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the very beginning. You are the new ruler of the castle. You blah blah blah. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna do that again. Unlock all the actors' behaviors! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna do that again though. Overthrow. Eat. Leave. Yep. And then chicken out. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked whisper, you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up, and ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demon shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe those assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Poor baby. No! Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take long for you. It doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Cowardly underling N. I got another letter! Hell yeah. That's the third one, though. Whatever, it's fine. My love, I have been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. Well, I'm experiencing every tale in its entirety, I guess. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. Let's see. How do I get... Okay, so underling... Yeah, I gotta do underling behavior captor. Alright, so it's... How do I do this one? It's start story, meets Overlord, antisocial, obedient, so she leaves, trusting, maiden returns to see Overlord alone, disloyal, captor. Alright, so I gotta, okay, so yeah, antisocial, trusting, disloyal, captor. So, not hungry, not coward, captor, I don't think that matters. Antisocial, trusting. Okay, that should do it. This game is pretty cool. The, like, main ending was a little bit like, oh, this is like a power of friendship type shit, what the fuck. But other than that, I really like the concept of this game. It's really interesting. What am I doing? Skip. Skip. Obey her. Skip. Leave on my own. Skip. They immediately notice... words. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown into... What? You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown into a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still liked it, but I couldn't really take it seriously. But, like, I definitely like the game. It's very, very cool game. Only to be tossed into this awful place. This is terrible. Who's gonna keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sound of the battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. Yeah, it's very... oh my god, words. Very cool concept. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Imprisoned maiden end. Another letter for me! Alright. My love, I've finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud if you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear it, wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. Is she dead or did she leave? Or they? I don't know the gender of hypothetical love. Did they just leave or are they dead? What's the deal with that? Okay. You must really be enjoying my tragedies. I am. Okay, now I gotta get all the endings for the Overlord. I thought they died, and then it's like, oh, well, actually. Okay. Alright, what am I... Maybe, yeah. Okay, so okay, let me do this one next, whatever this is. So we go Overlord, begin the story. It doesn't matter either way. I'm gonna go Tyrant, Hungry, Awakens, Disloyal, and Turn Off Trusting? Is that it? I think. Wait. What? Okay, yeah. Hungry. Yeah, do I turn off Dutiful to... I think I turn off all of the hero things. Hungry. And Disloyal. Alright, let's try that. And then turn off that. And then go here. And skip. You give them a lecture about responsibility and an unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice, comfy Overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the Overlord. You are awakened by one of your underlings. They've brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. You tell him you don't know wait, did I do this wrong? Or maybe it's right. I don't know what's happening. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you. Yeah, never mind. I think we're good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that because, like, the tragedy said something about, like, you know, whenever whatever thing happened to them, he started writing. Is it a he? I don't know if it confirmed that it's a he. Maybe I should be saying they. I don't know. To your surprise, you figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Hell yeah. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Assassinated Overlord end. Okay. I only got 2 more to do. Let's go. Alright, how do I get... Let me do this one next. So that's... Begin story. Let underling have day off. Allow with maiden to stay in chat. Behavior dutiful. Is that it? Okay. I think I just... So I need to turn off hungry for that to work. Turn off... Wait. Behavior dutiful. That should do it, I think. Oh, I don't think... Wait, did that matter? I don't think that mattered, really. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in this guest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby village. She says her role is to be captured by you. Yep, okay. Let her stay for a while. Skip. The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing, but you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans, always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back, and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there is nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Terribly unfortunate. Wrathful Overlord end. Reset the stage. My phone is making noises. Is it important noises? It's just Instagram. Alright. I'll check that later. One more ending to do. Let's go. Okay, how do I do this one? So that's... Oh, wait. What? Okay, so... Begin story. Day off. Antisocial. Obedient. Let's maiden hero. What? Wait. Yeah, okay, I think that's just if it. Obedient, trusting, resolute, disloyal. No, I'm going the wrong area. What? Oh my god. Wait, yeah, never mind. Disloyal leaves there. One ending remains. Will it be good or bad? Well, bad. This is the bad end theater. What are you talking about? Okay, so let's underling have day off. Antisocial, obedient. Let's maiden and hero go. Trusting, resolute. Disloyal. Resolute, obedient. Do I need to change any of the heroes? Wait, I need to, yeah, wait, did I put it to trusting already? I can't remember. Trusting. Okay. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings okay, that's stuff I already seen. Wait. Oh, I think I just didn't do this yet. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He's wise to not interfere. They stop moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns, along with you and the 2 humans. Yeah. Spiteful Overlord ending. A letter flutters down from the... Yep. Letter 4. I got all the letters. Okay. Do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of. In fact, as I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications. And yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on the day. Even now, I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, tragedy. Okay, is that all I can do? Wait, what happens if I get the... Wait. What was I gonna say? What's this? Oh. Okay, it's this again. Does this change anything if I think, is this gonna be the same? This is gonna be the same stuff, I think. I don't need to do all this. I don't think so, anyways. Wait. Actually, wait. What happens if I do this? I just realized. I don't think I did any of this. The hero is burning. Oh, I see. That's what happens. The maiden is burning. Damn, that's crazy. The underling is burning. I wonder why. I'm just gonna keep clicking. The overlord is burning. So this is just gonna be all the same stuff, I'm pretty sure. So I don't really need to be doing this. Then frankly, you should have never come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? Yeah, this is mostly the same stuff. I don't know why I'm here. Oh, wait. Go back. What did that? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much as a masochist as me. Damn. Surely there's... Yep. Uh-huh. I didn't need to go back here. Can I leave? I don't think I need to do any of this again. Yeah, I did all this stuff already. I didn't need to click this again at all. I'm just gonna do it again, I guess, and we're gonna have the power of friendship a second time. Okay, so it was willpower, hope, tenacity, and then ambition. Yep. My bad, the power of lesbians. What if I say no? Because I said I'm satisfied last time. What if I say no? Well, I did my best. Happy end. Yep, okay. And we're here again. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else to the game. I wonder if I actually got all the achievements or not. I want to look at Steam and see. Because there was like achievements for every endings and then a couple other ones. I wonder if I actually got the achievements or not. Wait, I'm gonna open Steam on my phone. This song reminds me of Ghost and Pals. Is it a ghost? No, it's not. But it sounds... I don't know. Anyways, what was I looking for? I already forgot. Alright, I was gonna look at the... How do I do that on mobile again? I know I can, I just don't remember how. I think I need to go to my account. I got 45 of 48 achievements. Okay, what achievements have I not gotten? Oh, there's an achievement to reset it completely. And then there's 2 hidden achievements. I want to know what those are. Your true end. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna look up what those last 2 achievements are, because I need to know. Oh, something's missing. Oh, that's new. Never mind. Oh, you're still here. The curtain has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There's no more tragedies left for me to tell, after all. Act's tragedy, its story. Me, you'd like to know why I started this theater? Yes, I'm curious about what the letters mean. Huh, because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Remove the mask? Well, that's violating. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. This is kind of confusing because the narrator is them, but then it's also like I'm. But then they also have dialogue, so then it's like, wait, who's saying what? I don't know. Anyway, piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing. Is it Yuri? It's a woman! I think. I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't help but compare my face to the maidens. Oh my god. Wait, it is a self-insert. Oh my god. But it's not like she isn't mean necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not another ending, but the truth? Tell me! Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons, or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out, to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone. Another girl. Oh my god! Hell, the Yuri is real. Oh my god. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities, they came from neither. Okay, I'm so glad that I decided to try to get all the endings in this video. The communities they came up from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. That's so sad. Okay, so it's... the letters are like, because they're lesbian, so it's homophobia, that's the issue. That was the problem. Sad. We used to like the type of stories where love conquers all. The strength of your love will put you through any hardship, and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. And then I started this theater. What? Huh? Oh my god! It is us! What? I was hoping to find you. It's you. It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. Oh my god, bro. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. This is so... oh my god, bro. This is so good. I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Oh my god! The lesbians, yes. Now truly everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedy then. That's so good. Oh my god. Okay, so there's like 2 more achievements in the game. One of them is the full reset, but I want to know what the other one is, just so that I can figure out whether I can do that or not right now. Wait. All... Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out right now. All bad end theater achievements. How do I... Wait. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so... Scrolling... Oh, okay. So there's a ending to lose to the final boss. Okay, and then the other achievement is to reset completely. So can I still do that? Hold on. There's nothing more to see, my love, but if you'd like to reset, you really want to experience everything else? Okay, I don't think I could still do that unless I like, or I would have to full reset to do that. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, can I? Okay, hold on. Never mind. Reset before true ending. And then I'll full reset after that to get that achievement. So, if I go here and then do that. Yep. And skip all the dialogue. Skip. 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 Okay. I can do it, so it's all good. Let's see. How do I actually lose, though? Maybe I just don't summon anybody. What if I just... Wait, can I just... Never mind, I think I have to summon someone. Do I? Wait. Yeah, I think I have to summon them. Never mind. I can't do anything without it. My bad. Okay, yes, sir. Water. There, I've drunk water. Alright. Okay, I gotta summon all of them first, and then I guess, do all the wrong things. Okay, and then Overlord. Honestly, this is the first time I'm, like, fully trying to, like, completionist, like, go full completionist on a game on stream. That's crazy. Okay. So, if I do this, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, I love completing games as best as I can, but I usually do that on my own time and not all in one stream. Okay, and... Die faster! Oh, that was the correct thing! Whoops! I accidentally did the correct thing! My bad! Okay, let me just click the wrong thing again. We're just gonna keep doing incorrect. Until I die. Almost there. Your HP has run out. You are overcome by tragedy. If you wish to challenge me again, collect more bad endings. You will be able to reach this path again through the Maiden's true end. I'll be waiting. Alright. My bad end. Reset the stage. Okay, can I think I have to win again to do the full reset now. I think. Do I? Yeah, I think to get the last achievement, I have to win the battle again. So we're gonna do that one more time. Let's go. We're still going. Alright, skip. 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 Oh, wait, I could, whatever. And then it's ambition, tenacity, hope, willpower. Oh, that's a lot of reading. Hold on. Was this the thing that happened with insert displayed a small game? Where it had achievements, but it was bugged so it wouldn't give you the achievements. Then they tried fixing it, and then it just gave you all achievements when you first booted up, so you just got rid of them entirely, and it was sad because I liked having all 3 achievements complete. Damn, that's unfortunate. Skip credits. Okay. I don't need to do that again, do I? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I did. Wait, did I? Oh. Never mind, I do have to do it for this to... Okay. Skip. 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 Yep, lesbians, we love you. Wait, I can just put that on auto. Right? Wait, no, that doesn't... Does it? What am I doing right now? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and then we can do the full reset, and that would be the last achievement. Total reset. Achievement! Your progress has been completely reset. Does this count as a bad ending? Well, just in case. Total reset end. Let's go! Alright. Woo! I got all the achievements to this game in one stream, and I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, and I think it's about time for me to end stream because I am tired. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end stream now. This was a really good game. I liked it. Enjoyable. I'm glad that I resisted the urge to finish that Markiplier video and reacted to it myself. Alright, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Valid. Valid. Alright.